Good morning. Welcome to Live at 7:55 for this Thursday Thoughts with Bill Hermann today.
That's me.
Bill Hermann.
Hi, Hyman. Hey, lady.
I believe they used to do that on the DJA radio podcast. Bill Hermann. Something similar to that.
Bill Hermann. Mark Farrell.
Thank you very much for joining us. Today we're going to talk on the show about managing expectations. Good morning, Riley. Good morning, Casey Keller. Thanks for joining us. And managing expectations, I think, is crucial. And for me, this came about in the thought process, Bill, when I saw another situation happen with a DJ where, they promise the best, but then turn around and say something else.
Yeah, managing expectations really starts with being truthful, believe it or not. And it's really hard for, it's not hard to be truthful. It's not, but it turns out that so many people that begin a business and start marketing who they are and what they are, it's way easier to say, yeah, I can do that, or have marketing that makes them look like the most amazing thing that's ever lived. And by the way, when did you start your business? Oh, well, I just started. Well, how many of these have you done? Well, I've done a couple birthday parties, never really done a wedding. But their website and their marketing and everything they say about doing it is astounding. It's like, why wouldn't I hire them? They look so good. It starts with that. There's nothing wrong with making yourself look good. I mean, that's the marketing. That's the world of marketing. But once you sit across from a client and they are going to spend, especially if we're talking about weddings, you got two people that are going to spend the most money they've spent on any party in their entire life. And they're expecting, if they talk to you after looking at your marketing, that you're going to be a certain thing. And when they say, are you a certain thing? And then you say you are. And then the truth of it is later we find out or they find out, or you find out that you're starting to ask, well, okay, now I said I could do this. How do I do this? Yeah. Whereas you could look a person in the eye and say, I care a lot and I want to do this for you. And I know for a fact I'm going to work really hard for you, but I've got this much experience and I haven't tried that, but I'm pretty sure I could. Your clients trust that more than I can do anything. And they will do more for that. They'll pay more for that than I can do anything. And it starts there, and that's just the marketing end of it, much less as you get closer and you're working on what you're doing for your clients to be able to say to them they can do a certain thing or can't do a certain thing. In the planning process, I can tell you that I've had people look at me and say, I want to do this sort of thing for a grand entrance. The craziest one I ever had was I had a couple that wanted to be introduced on zip lines, on gravity boots. Okay, they met at the gym. Those gravity boots, the little hooks on the toes, and you can hang yourself upside down and do sit-ups, which you can say, I can do. I've done a lot of those, you can tell. But they said that's how they met, okay? So they want to incorporate that. So they thought, I love the idea of creating the zip line and hanging us up on the boots and zipping us into the room. Okay, well, here's the problems with that. Here's your management of expectations. Well, if you do this and you do that, you'd have to have this and that, and I'd have to talk to a contractor. A contractor would have to talk to the facility. The facility would have to okay it. We'd have to be sure it's going to be safe. They said, yeah, well, go ahead and do that. Well, I've managed the expectations, so I looked into it. Once I looked into it, I came back and I said, well, okay, now we'd have to do this and this and this. It would cost you that and that and that, and afterwards it would cost this much money to put the facility back the way they wanted it. Now, if you'd like to spend this much money on a thing that we're not positive is going to work, I think that's a great idea. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Now, what that did for the client was show them that I cared enough to look into it instead of saying, yeah, no problem. And then a week before or the day of saying, sorry, what can I do for you?
Yeah, exactly.
And that happens all the time. And clients see that all the time.
It's why it's important to manage those expectations and only promise what you can deliver.
Right.
It's the whole age-old thing of, our disc jockeys have 40 plus years experience. And send you someone. I'm sorry, I wasn't enough Ricky radio on that one. Our DJs have 40 plus years of experience.
Well, that sounds really good. Welcome to the morning crew.
And so the reality is you don't have 40 plus years experience you're sending to the event, dummy. You're sending whoever you're sending.
Right.
And
Right.
so
Well, here's a really simple one. How about the client? The client told me that Bill, I don't know what they want me to play all these horrible songs, for the dance, and I don't know. I'm going to make them work. I said, well, did you tell them? Right? Did you tell them you didn't think it was going to work? Well, no. I told them I'd play whatever they wanted. And I said, well, do they want people dancing? Well, I don't know. Okay, well, you need to manage your expectations by talking to the client and saying, well, if I play Pink Floyd, Comfortably Numb, in the middle of the dance, people probably aren't going to dance. People don't dance to that song. People smoke weed to that song.
Are you sure you break out the joint?
Right. And that's all you got to do is tell them what you know. That's what they're paying you for.
Or at least if you don't know, maybe you're like, hey, I don't know that crowd. Maybe it will work. Right. Have the conversation with them. If it's an obscure song and you're like, maybe it will work, I don't know. Have the conversation. And then for me, it's about, hey, I can be your personal radio station or I can rock your party. Which one would you like?
Exactly.
And I'm okay either way. You're paying me. I'm okay. But,
Right. If you're not the Harry Potter DJ with a wand that will make people dance to whatever you play, then you know that already. Don't keep that from your clients. Don't lie to them and tell them you can do anything. Just be honest, and they will appreciate you for it.
John Price says he smoked weed to it. Just saying. And Alan Marshall says, hey, Zippy.
Oh, that's nice.
So, all right, we got a wrap for today. Managing expectations. Basically, the underlying advice, if you haven't got it from Bill and I yet, is be upfront with your clients.
Be honest.
That's the end all be all to managing expectations. The other thing I guess I'd throw in quick there is don't be careful of over promising and under delivering.
Another
whole topic. And
that's a whole other topic. You're right, because I talk about over promising and over delivering, which isn't really easy to do. But you still also need to manage the expectations of the over promise.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Let's do that for another show.
Okay, no problem.
I'll put it on our list of another show. So thanks for watching live at 75 for Thursday Thoughts of Bill Hermann. Bill, thanks for joining us.
You're welcome.
Really appreciate you being here. And we will see you tomorrow for Friday Free for All. I'll be coming to you live from a location down in Lower Michigan. I'll be there for a site visit tomorrow morning. So thanks for watching live at 75. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.